Hello friends, they call me Duct Tape, and welcome to my garage. Now I know that we are neck deep in Project Grand National, but it was made very clear to me under no uncertain terms that my lovely wife, Miss Nikki, wanted her Mustang back. She enjoys driving this car. This is actually our daughter's car through high school and college. Now she went to college in Rhode Island, so she couldn't take it with her, so we were kind of stuck babysitting it, you know what I mean? Then when she came back to Indiana, you know, got a job and everything, and she wanted something more reliable, she said. Of course, I think the car was fine, but you know, that was what she wanted. So she went to trade it in for a Honda. The Honda dealership offered her 50 bucks. 50 bucks for this 1989 Ford Mustang 5.0 GT convertible with 80,000 miles on it. And she said, no. Thankfully, raised one heck of a smart kid, that's for sure. She called me up, said, Dad, come pick this car up, it's now yours. All right, well, I've already got my Grand National, so the wife said, you mean it's all mine? I said, okay, no problem, that sounds great to me. Well, she's been parked up here for about a year. I'm sure most of you have noticed it in the background when I'm working on the Grand National. It's covered in dust. It doesn't need a lot. It's not really a revival, more as, you know, it just needs the basic fluid changes and the stereo quit working. Now, I don't know about most of you people, but I'm going to tell you, in our house, if the stereo doesn't work, the car might as well not even run. You know, that's just kind of how it is around this place. So, gonna replace the stereo with, of course, the cheapest one I can find. I'm gonna change the oil, get it cleaned up, put back together, give it a wash, and yeah, so that's what we're gonna be doing today, so I can get back on Project Grand National. Oh, and there's another reason it needs to move pronto. We're starting to get 70-degree days here in Indiana, and my wife's motorcycle is stuck behind two cars that aren't running right now. So she's also made that clear. She wants her bike back. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. So before we get started on any wrench turning, I figure I'd give you guys a good walk around this thing. This is a great little car, so much fun to drive. It's got the infamous 5.0 liter. A lot of stuff's been replaced in the last few years. Ice cold AC, believe it or not. Yeah, I know. These battery terminals, they keep getting the stuff on them, and I keep cleaning them, and the stuff keeps coming back. So we're gonna have to figure that one out. I also have to charge the battery. We did put new headlights in it, I don't know, 8 or 10 years ago. The other ones were dark and you couldn't hardly see out of them. It's got decent tires, no rust whatsoever. Yeah, somebody thinks they're funny. Wait till I find out who did that. Knuckle sandwich time. Don't write on paint. But I kept the top down like a dummy. I don't know. But yeah, like I say, really super, super nice car. I'm about halfway through putting the stereo in. We're gonna get that finished up today. No problem. Get it put back together. Everything's real nice. I mean, for an 89, real nice. There's the wife's motorcycle. Yeah, she wants that out of there. She's made that very clear. So. Very nice. And of course, Grand National sitting over there. I always keep a dehumidifier running in the garage in the summertime. It's a big building. I don't know if it really helps, but I mean, we got to do what we got to do. So we got a couple of little dings and whatever. The car's not perfect, but it runs great, and it's tons of fun to drive. Tons of fun. So there you go. We're gonna get started. Okay, friends, so this is step number 1 today. I've got the battery charger on boil. We're gonna let that thing charge up. Like I said, it hadn't run in a year. So this is our stereo. like I said, in our house, if you don't have tunes, it might as well not run. So right now we don't have tunes. All right, nice new stereo. Thank you Best Buy, by the way, for sending me, well, I bought a new radio. And of course, you know, here's the packaging and everything. I'm sure it was sent back by somebody, so I hope it works, or, you know, that's kind of a big jam on Best Buy. Buy something new and here they send you something that's been opened. But anyway, so you see it now. Next time you see it, it'll be in there cranking. I'm not going to record putting all the wires together. It's pretty simple: red to red, yellow to yellow, black to black, blue black, white black, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm not going to bore you with putting all that together. I'll just show you when it's done. Okay, friends, I just wanted to show you. In these older cars, you never know who's done what. Can you believe that? Look at that mess. That's probably why it doesn't work. I mean, we're going to get all that cleaned up. Can you believe these things in a car for speaker wire? Just crazy town. Oh well, I guess I'll have a bucket of them when I'm done with this job. Oh yeah, Rush would be proud. Okay, friends, we are getting it put back together. I got this thing back on. I got the back seat to put back in yet. Got some junk in the way. Don't worry, we'll get rid of that. Putting on this piece of trim, which kind of got a little bend in it, but I've got half the wires hooked up. Of course, I'm doing a lot better job than the previous people did, I think, you know. But yeah, we're just working on it here. Got the door card put in. I got to find the 2 bolts that hold on the armrest. This door used to actually come open on its own if you rolled down the window. So fix that too. That was a little scary for the passengers, but you know, hey. All right, well, we'll finish this up and move on to the other side. I know the hole is there. It didn't just walk off. It's supposed to be right there. Must be out on a smoke break. That's not it. They hide these holes under the carpet, I'm telling you. Okay, so that's where it's supposed to be. We'll just take that carpet off there. The struggle is real. See, then it acts like it's going in, but then it's not. Big tease. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we have found something that lets the screw go in. Hopefully it's the right hole. And remember, folks, when you're putting these plastic parts back on, don't crank on them too hard because the plastic's brittle. Get them down just about enough. You don't want to be breaking parts. Then you got to get on eBay and overpay somebody for new parts that are used and just as brittle as the parts that you broke. It's almost like I've been down that road. Okay, that one's pretty easy. Don't tell the next one though. All right. One more. I gotta find the screw. Remember, not too tight. There you go, just enough to hold it. All right. Little kick thing's good. Off to the next side. Okay, now for the fun of putting the back seat back in. This is super simple. See these metal rods right here? They go inside these hooks right here. It's super simple design. That can be extremely difficult when it wants to be. So we'll see how this one works out. Because you got to make sure to get the seat belts out. Not that any human over 2 feet tall would ever be able to fit in the back seat of this car. Hold that. It didn't hold that. Okay. I don't know why they even bothered putting a back seat in this little bitty car. I really don't know who could sit here. All right, so our seat belts out for safeties. Gotta be safe. Oh, there. It went into something. Yeah. Now the fun part. I know it's all dirty and everything. Miss Nikki plans on cleaning it up. Okay, there's one. So you just go back and down. Make sure the seat belts are out. Otherwise you'll be taking it back out again. Okay. All right, that's fine. Ah. Well, it makes a noise, but nobody ever sits here anyway, so good enough. Now we can move on to the other side. Okay, friends, so this is what we're dealing with here. Bunch of cobbled up wires. Somebody's went through and cut a bunch of them, so I'm having to figure out which ones go where and which ones are dead. What a nightmare. But we're getting through it. So we've got the battery on high charge, and as much of a pain in the brain as it was, got that radio installed. Still got to clean up all the little things that get stuck in the little cracks, you know, the little wire pieces. And by the way, I guess this kind of dates me here a little bit. I had that sitting on the shelf. It's been there a while. But it still works. So it's almost gone now. I'm going to have to buy some new stuff someday soon. So I'm going to get that cleaned up. We got a little work to do under the hood. The battery terminals, I got to get those cleaned up. Okay, friends. This battery the terminals always get really corroded. And I looked and looked and looked, and I looked online, and I found this stuff that's supposed to prevent that. I've never used it before. It's this something battery cleaner, step 1 and step 2. We're going to give it a shot. So it says here, acid detector turns pink on contact with acid. Well, if you look at these nasty old things, if it doesn't find that acid, then it just flat doesn't work. So I don't know if you shake it. It says, let's see here, Roki El. Okay, so that's not English. Here we go. Spray battery cleaner on corroded areas. Let's set 2 to 4 minutes to neutralize. Flush with water for best results. Apply NCP2 battery corrosion preventative to prevent further corrosion. All right, so what we're going to need is water. I'll be right back. Now, I've never used this stuff before, so I have no idea what to expect. But if it doesn't, like I said, if it doesn't detect corrosion here, then we need to send it on back, because this is a lot of corrosion. I've never used this stuff, like I said. I just wanted to try something. Try just a little cut. All right. Well, it's colorful. Let's set 1 or 2 minutes. So I'm going to let that one set. Same with this one. Nasty, nasty. All right. Spray this one here. Make sure we get it all the way around. Oh yeah. So I'm guessing that it's right now neutralizing the acid and yellowing my fingers. People at work are going to think that I was out playing with dandelions or something tomorrow. In about 2 minutes, but I've got a little left over in this can here. I think ours is probably an extreme case, so we're going to let it set just a little bit longer. Now, I've been charging on this battery, and this car's been off the road. Originally, I thought a year, but I think it's been closer to 2 years. So I don't know about the battery. Yesterday, it wasn't looking very good. And I don't see a date on here when I bought it, but it's been 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or maybe 9 years ago since I put it in. I put it in when my daughter was driving it. Well, friends, it appears to be just about done doing the thing. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse them off. Well, I would say it worked. There's a little bit of that white stuff left on there, but we'll just scrape that off. Oh yeah, this stuff worked pretty good. And I'm not endorsing this stuff at all, don't get me wrong. I just found it, decided to use it, and you can see it cleaned them up really well. So I give that company an A for their product. I'm pretty impressed, honestly. Clean up the top of this battery a little bit. Yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. This battery's been giving me fits, not wanting to charge all the way up and stay charged. So we might be dealing with a bad battery anyway, but we're gonna give it the best shot we can, because I remember buying this battery, and it's not cheap. Well, friends, that cleaned up really well. Like I said, I've never used this stuff before, so give it a shot if you're having corrosion issues, I guess. It seems to work pretty well. I'm going to use the old scraper here. Step 2 here, make sure battery terminals and cables are clean and free of corrosion. Check. For best results, use this stuff. Check. Brush on battery corrosion preventative on battery carrier, cables, posts, and terminals. All right. Oh. Well, it looks like this stuff will match the color of the car here. So that'll be fun. But these Mustang 5.0s, 87, 88, 89, this particular body style are just one of my favorites. I can't really tell you an exact reason why. I just love the body style. The only real wish I had, I wish this one was a 5-speed. It's an automatic. I wish it was a 5-speed. That would be so cool. Plus, a lot of the younger generation right now could never steal it because they couldn't drive it. Oh, I wish they would bring manual transmissions back. I mean, you want to drive a car. To you kids that don't know how to drive a manual, just an automatic, you're really at one with the car when you're shifting, driving, getting into corners, and you downshift, upshift. Tell you that if I could change anything on this car, that'd be what it was. It would be a 5-speed. Well, I think that is a job fairly well done. I think we can move on to different things, I guess. Okay, friends, I need to confirm how good or not good this battery is. So I've set up my meter. You guys can watch along at home. I would like to start this car and let it warm up a little bit. I need to change the oil, but I need to know if the battery is any good. I know we just went there and cleaned it up, but that had to be done anyway. So hopefully it starts the car. Okay, here goes spaghetti. Let's, fingers crossed. Again. This car's been sitting up here a year and a half at least. It just fired up like nothing. Charging. That's pretty darn good. Just got to know, curiosity and all, if the AC still works. Turn that to cold. Oh, I heard noises. I'm guessing it does. Fibbed you guys earlier. I thought it had 80,000. It just turned 100,000. So that's still not bad for a 1989, you know. Everything seems to be doing the thing. The old stereo's turned on. I'm gonna leave that AC run so those gaskets can, you know, get wet again. leave her sit here and run a little bit. All the lights even work. So friends, I don't think it's been quite 2 years we had it parked up. So the AC works pretty good. Look here. All the condensation. Oh yeah. Yes sir. But anyway, I know that it's been parked well over a year because look at this. Talk about a waste of money. I never even put the license plate sticker on last year. But I did pay for it. I just never put it on there. So I'm gonna let this cool down because it's now hotter than the sun. And change the oil. Let's see here, any, many, miny, best guess. See if that works. I gotta fit under there. Okay. This will be fun. Step one. Go. And go. There you go. While working on the Mustang. Had to get a new battery for the Grand National. She's toast. Sitting around does them no good. So thankfully I haven't needed that machine at all this year. Thank goodness. It'll be a good battery holder. And that's just fine with me. All right, friends, let's see if I guessed right on this socket here. Well, this is about the oddest oil pan I've ever seen. I don't believe I've ever changed the oil in this car. So this car has this oil drain plug that you can clearly can't see. Hold on. Let me get you in here. All right, so it has this drain plug, but it looks like the drain pan, let me get you in here, hold on. Oh yeah. But then it has another drain plug right there. It goes under, see that one? It goes under the power steering right here, which you of course can't see, very tight quarters. But the pan goes under the power, or it does a thing like that. And then you've got a back one. So I think I have to drain both of them. Maybe you Mustang guys can chime in, because this is pretty odd. But we're going to drain them both. I mean, why not? Hopefully we'll get lucky. And I guessed right on both sides. That is so weird. Why would they do it that way? No, I guess because they wanted to. Oh, I did not guess right. Oh, man. Oh, well. We'll get the next big one. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Eureka! There we go. Well, uh-oh. I have a feeling it's about to get messy in here. Yep. It's getting messy in here. Oh, there you go. Well, the oil is definitely hot. But from what I can see, it looks pretty good. Friends, it looks like we have a power steering leak. Yep. That's what it is. I know you can't see it where you are, but we definitely have a power steering leak we're going to have to look into. When our daughter had this car, she always took it to the Quickie Lube, you know. Quickie Lube place, and they did the thing. All right, I have no idea what size this little socket's going to turn out to be. Hopefully it's the same. That would be nice. Let's be weird and difficult. Because, hey, why not? Uh-oh. I can't move. I'm stuck. Oh, boy. Watch out. Hold on. Okay. Here we are. I'm back. shouldn't be too much in this one, I wouldn't think. Oh no. What a mess. Is this really necessary, Ford? Come on, guys. I wonder if the quick lube places even do that. Only about a half a quart came out of there. Just guessing. Where'd that ratchet go? Don't you guys hate it when tools just run away? You're the only one in the garage. Doggone tools just take off. Okay. There's that. Oof. Oof. What a mess. Well, that was unintentional. Okay, you want to put a little oil on the gasket before you put it on there. That'll help it come off better when it's time for the next oil change. Got us the old Mobile 1 filter there. You look real close. Right there is where we're putting it. This is the first car in a long time I've been able to get to the oil filter from this side, the top that is. All right, we got the new oil filter in. Dump some new oil in it. We'll be done under the hood for now. For the few of you that noticed and can read upside down, that does say diesel motor oil, but it is safe for gasoline engines without catalyst. This car does not have catalyst, so we are good to go. 1281. Okay, Miss Nikki, go ahead and crank it up. Trying to get the new oil through the new filter, get it circulated through the engine, and we'll turn it off here in a minute, let it settle, and then we'll pull the distillate. All right, friends, it's been about 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead and check this oil. I don't know how well you can see this, but it is right on the money. Perfect. Hello, Mr. B. He decided to join the show. There we go. Perfect. Good. One less thing to worry about. We do have that power steering leak we're going to have to look into. But you got to ask yourself, do you have to do that today? I think the answer on that one is no. Well, friends, I think it's about time. I'm going to bring the Mustang down to the earth for the first time, and I'm just going to say a year and a half, because that sounds about in the infamous words of Steven Tyler, going down. Ooh, boy, that does make a difference. Didn't want to give my jack back. It's kind of cool. Looks like a lowrider. Oh, that's right. The back end's still got to come down. We should have this one back to doing burnouts in no time. Okay, friends, well, here we are. Every job starts somewhere, and that one started a long time ago. But I think we've got it about licked today. Let's see if she fires up and moves, and we'll call it 18 months, give or take. Let's see how it goes. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate your support watching the show. And we'll talk to you next time when we should be back on the Grand National. Okay, friends. It's been running and driving for about 3 minutes now. Let's see if it'll do a burnout.